Alright guys, this is going to be a quick tutorial on Google Class. I'm just going to show you how I use it, how to make an assignment on it, how to navigate through it. It won't cover everything, but it will cover most of it. So when you open up classroom.google.com, it's going to have an arrow pointing to this. This says create or join class. If kids need to join, they just click on that, put in the code, and it syncs it automatically. If you want to create, well, it'll ask you some questions, and then boom, you get right to creating, and you get a class like this. So you can change the theme up here. They have photos that you can, themes that you could already select, or you can find a photo, but the photo does have to kind of fit this criteria here, this size. Also with the code, this is where the class code is located. You just click on that, and boom, you can have it up there on your projector for the kids to see. You could also invite students through email, but I find the code to be the easiest, so that's all I'm going to talk about. Now, what you see here is your stream. These are all your announcements and assignments that you've put on Google Class. Classwork is just the assignments, people is who's in it, and then grades shows the grades that each individual kid got for your assignments. And it shows if it's missing or what the grades might be. These ones are blank because these are just notes. I'm not going to grade those. But the writings, it shows them what the grades are. So when you go back, and clicking on the top right takes you right back to the stream. So if you go to your stream, if you want to add an announcement, it just says share something with your class. All students, or you can click on the ones you want to share it with. So maybe I might have a video I want to share. So this is a math video. And I can add from my drive. I can add a document from my drive, or even different types of media from my drive. A link. This might be a link to a website that they need to go to. A file, maybe a PDF that you have on your desktop. Or YouTube. And when you click on the YouTube, same with the link, you just put the URL here, okay? And you can either post it or schedule or save if you need to go back to it later on and edit it. Scheduling will give you a day and a time that you want to do it. So I want Monday at 9:15, I'd hit schedule, and boom, I'm good. And it keeps it up here under your saved announcements. You can click on it to edit it, or if you want to delete it, you click on the little trash can with the X on it. And it'll ask you, delete it, and yes. Now, if you want to add an assignment, you go to create. You got to go to classwork. You go to create, and you can do an assignment. I usually only do assignment, or I used to hit reuse post. Now, this is if you have multiple periods, like maybe my period 1 and period 3 have the same assignments, and I posted it in my period 1 in Google Class, but I want to post it in my period 3 Google Class, and I'm not going to change anything. Well, I just go to reuse post. Now, this is going to show all the Google Classroom classes that you've had, even the ones that you've archived. So let's say I have one from 2017, 2018 that I archived, and I want to reuse it. Well, if I click on it and hit reuse, it shows me the exact assignment that I posted all the way back in 2018. It gives me everything that I had. You can change the instructions, you can change the files, you can still add and change different things. But that's what the reuse does. It just reuses different assignments. And so when you go to the little snowman right here, you can edit it or delete it. I'm not going to need it, so I'm going to delete it. But let's say we want to create an assignment. So you go to assignment. You can put a title. You can put instructions right here. Title would be right there. Points you can change. Okay, you can select which students you want. It will have it on default as all students, so I really don't mess with that. The due date. And if they turn it in past that due date, so like if it's due Monday at 9 o'clock, and they don't turn it in, and they turn it in anytime after that, it will show that it was submitted late. And rubric. Now there is a good tutorial on how to make a rubric. That's something new that Google Class has done. I'll put the link in the bio, but that's not something that I'm going to talk about. Okay. When you go to add, you can still add from Google Drive files and links and things like that. But this is different from announcements, because if I add something, so like let's say I'm adding a writing outline that I want them to do. Oh, and I uploaded from my computer. So I gotta go to my drive. So you go to my drive. Upload means you upload from your computer. Recent is any recent documents that you've had. And then my drive. So if I go to my drive, and I go to ELA, and I go to writing, and let's say I want them to have an outline for weather phenomenon. Well, this is something that each kid's going to want, So view would be a document that you don't want them to touch or mess with. It's like maybe a writing prompt that everyone needs to get. Well, they're just going to view it. They don't need to mess with it. Students can edit file. That one I rarely use because that means that all the students can edit one file. So if one student does something on that file, it affects the same document that all the other kids have. So I don't really use that unless it's like maybe they're signing up for something, because if one kid like deletes everything, it deletes it for everyone. So I don't really, so unless it's like, hey, put your name next to the writing prompt that you want to do or something like that, I don't usually use this one. And then make a copy. Now this will make an individual copy for each student, and it keeps the title that you have, but it also adds their name to it. So you don't have to have their name on it. It already does it for you. So that will make a copy for each and every student. So let me show you what that looks like. Okay. Let's go to one that I've already done. So this is a mystery science writing prompt. When I click on it, it shows how many have turned it in, how many were still haven't turned it in, like this is 7 were assigned this and haven't turned it in, and how many have been graded. All right, and it actually shows you the graded is going to be down here and the assigned is up here. And it has it by name. So if I look at this one, it shows me what was written. If I go here, this is the grade. I can add comments that will be sent to her, or I could even add comments on here. So if I go like, maybe I want to, she needs to fix that, I go add a comment, and it will add a comment. This needs to be changed. Okay, now I'm not going to do that because that would affect, she would see that, but that's what that is. And if you need to grade it, boom, you put the grade in right there. All right, and these are all the ones that haven't turned it in yet. Now, they might not have just forgotten to turn it in, so it does show the work that they've done so far. So you could, if it's past the due date, just grade what you see, and it'll work that way. So that's how that works. With Classworks, it shows you who's turned it in, and this is everything that hasn't been graded, who has not turned it in, and how many has been graded already. And yeah, I'm going to attach the rubrics because that's something new that Google Class has done. I'll attach a video for how to make rubrics. But please, if you have any questions, let me know. That's really it when it comes to Google Class, creating assignments, creating announcements, and grading. And yeah, if there's any questions, there's my email right there. Feel free to email me, and I'll try to help you as best I can. All right, that's it for today. Thank you for watching. Have a good one.